Hey everyone, it's Danielle Taylor with Keller Williams Realty here on the beautiful Outer Banks. And today is Stats Day! Stats Day, Stats Day, Stats Day, Stats Day, Stats Day, Stats Day. Just a reminder, all of it is courtesy of the Outer Banks Association of Realtors. So let's dive in. First off, just to hit the top line, overall residential sales units are down 33% year to date over last year. Okay, so residential sales units down 33%, and actually down 28.7% July over July. Okay, so that's just overall top line sales are down. That's not new information. We've been watching that trend for the entire year. So that's nothing new. Median residential sale price, okay, is down 3.7% year to date. We're sitting at a median sale price of about $553,500 for the Outer Banks. So we're down. However, July over July, so July 2023 over July 2022, we're actually up 2.6%. So kind of two opposing pieces of information there. So we'll have to watch that. I did a little bit of a deeper dive into that metric, and I pulled out just single family residential. So no condos, townhomes, co-ownerships, those kinds of things. And when I looked at the single family residential properties, 32% of those that have sold year to date, so about a third, have done a price reduction before they sold. So that's a really interesting thing. So about a third of the properties are needing to do a price reduction before they sell. And that's versus 18% year to date 2022. Okay, so we're definitely seeing more price reductions, but on the flip side, it's still only about a third of the properties. Of those properties that had to do a price adjustment before selling, they ended up selling at about 88% of their original asking price. So about a 12% discount from their original asking price, and about 96% of their current list price. So they're still selling, even with the adjustment, still below what they're listing for on average. If we compare that to those properties that did not have to do a price reduction before they sold, those are selling at an average of 100%, right at original and asking. Okay, so that just shows you if you price it right out of the gate, you're getting that price. You do not need the negotiating room and the wiggle room. Okay, so digging down to the next level, let's take a look at inventory. So levels in July actually hit an all-year high. Okay, so our July inventory overall is at an all-year to date 2023 high. However, on a rolling 3-year average, we're right around the same level. So everything's sort of holding constant. And July new listings, so new properties that came on the market in July, was down 18% versus what it was last July. So that's a really interesting statistic, but it was up 17% from June. So what I want to keep an eye on with that is I keep having this feeling that we may see more inventory, new inventory come on the market in the fall. And this number with July being up 17% over June, if that continues, then that may give some credence to my thoughts about the fall inventory. So let's just keep an eye on that. The last thing I want to talk about today for Stats Day is days on market, okay? Because that is our metric when we're looking at how long it's taking properties to sell. So on average, year to date, our days on market is 51. Okay, 51 days on market, and that's up from 34 year to date 2022. Okay, so definitely longer overall on market. However, the interesting thing is the median days on market is 19. So remember, the median is where half are above and half are below. So I did a deep dive on this statistic too, because you know I love doing that. And I ran some analysis and I looked at the properties broken out by those that sold in 19 days or less and those that sold in 19 days or more. And I wanted to look at how those performed when it came to their percent to asking price. We talked about it a little bit above, and we talked about those that had to do a price reduction. Here I wanted to look at the timing to see how that checked out. So those homes that sold in 19 days or less sold on average at 101% of both ask and original. No change in their pricing. Clearly, they sold quickly enough. They didn't need to do a price reduction. And they sold on average over list, okay? Not a ton, over 101%, but right at it. Those properties that took longer than 19 days to sell, okay? Those sold at an average of 96% of their asking price and 92% of their original price. Okay, so most of those are needing to do price reductions and they're getting less. And if you look at that, the average time it took for those over 19 days to sell, it was 109 days. So not only are you getting less from your original and your asking prices, you're now sitting on this property for an average of 109 days. Okay, so it's that opportunity cost. So again, all of this to say that the market is still strong. We clearly still have good demand. We still have those properties that are selling in a reasonably quick amount of time and for what they're looking for. But I can't stress it enough, you cannot overprice the properties. So as always, if you like this information, make sure you subscribe to the newsletter, because there's this as well as more information where we dive in by town, which is, we know it changes a lot, so make sure you subscribe to that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates, and I hope you have a great day.